Hi, I'm Harish here from Success Formula One. I'm a technopreneur, have a successful software product company since last 20 years. Let me talk about how to build a successful technology product company. There are majorly 6 plus 1, around 7 steps that we need to take care before starting a technology product company. The very first step is to resonate with an idea which you are passionate about. Identify your skill, identify your passion, what you are really good at. Once you have identified that, using that, now you see what is that product or an idea that you can come up with. What is that problem that you can solve? How big is that problem? How many people require a solution for this particular problem? Right? Once you are through with this particular idea, it can be one, it can be many. Then the next step is to validate that idea. Now go for different steps of validation. One of the important steps is that you can always go and hire a market research company for doing a research on your product idea. Or else you can also do some research on Google. You can run surveys if you know that certain segment of people for whom you are identifying a solution for. Right? Once you have this data, you can analyze whether you are in the right track. You can also use platforms like Quora. You can use platforms like LinkedIn and Medium to find out and engage with some people who can also give you feedback whether that particular product idea is a great idea or not. Once you are through with your concept or the product idea, and then once you have validated that idea, now the next important step is go and trademark or protect your IP rights for that particular idea. Create a brand of create a logo, give a name to your product or concept. Go and protect that particular idea with a description. Right? Once that is done, the next important part is to start developing that product. How do you develop the product? It can be a massive product with multiple features. You might not have that much of money to invest to the manpower and the technology tools to develop that product. Start small. Identify very basic features that are required for you to start selling your product. Once you identify those features, go ahead and develop that particular product as an initial prototype. You can always improvise it, right? Once that prototype is done, then you start building the marketing material around it. And don't do the mistake of making the product to the perfection in the initial goal. You are not the one who is going to decide whether the product is perfect. It's the customers. Once you start selling the product to the customers, they will start giving you the feedback. Based on that feedback, you start improvising the product or a PDF feature list that can be taken or improvised on your product. Then you take up quarterly milestones so that you can improvise on that product, bring in those features, and then start releasing those updates to your existing customers and start taking an updated version to the market. This is the right approach to take. Once your idea is ready, your idea validation is ready, you have protected your brand, and then you have a minimum viable product, MVP, right? Once you have your MVP in hand, then it's the right time for you to start building a brand recognition. How do you build a brand recognition, right? The basic important step is identify something that you resonate with, the product or the impact your product can create to the society. Once you resonate with that value proposition, around that value, you create stories around the logo and the brand so that people can identify that, okay, this is a product which is solving this problem with this emotion. That emotion behind solving that problem is far more important than the features that you are providing in the product. Right? Build that brand proposition, then start talking about your story. Share this story in multiple platforms. share in social media, you can use trade shows, you can use paper media, television as a media, radio as a media, digital as a media. So there are so many platforms where you can create product awareness and start creating brand recognition. If you have funds and if you can afford, hire somebody who can be a brand consultant for you, who will work towards positioning your brand in the market in the right way, right? So that is the next two steps. Once you are done with this, come up with a marketing plan, right? Marketing plan should have three important things. Number one, you have the product, you know what is the market that you need to target. Now identify a vehicle how you want to do, and also have a go to market strategy. Once these two are done, then you have a budget for marketing and start implementing the same, right? Once this marketing plan is ready, then two important parts that you need to take care is that you should have a strong back-end team, very very strong back-end team, which can actually support your operations. You can't be going to the market and then once you start getting orders, you don't have people to support it, right? You should have a strong back-end. Once you are having a strong back-end team, then start building your sales team, right? There is marketing effort which is creating awareness, which is generating leads. Now it's your sales team's effort to close those leads and start bringing those orders so that you can start servicing them. This has to be done as a cycle, and if you have a good accounting and finance team and you are holding on the management and administration and manage the whole thing properly, this can actually go to the next level. I will talk about the next important parts, which is about funding and then scale up of businesses in my next video. Till then, thank you so much. I am Harish Chen, Harish Hagalvadi Nagaraja from Success Formula One, a technopreneur and a success principles practitioner. Thank you so much. All the very best.